Okay, so looking at this diagram, you can see that these angles here, the green ones here, this angle here plus this angle here, that's got to equal 180. Using the angle addition postulate, this angle plus this angle equals 180, right? That makes them supplementary, right? They're two angles that share the same ray and a vertex, so they're adjacent, supplementary, and it's called a linear pair, right? A linear pair because this line here, these opposite rays form a line. So the two other rays of the two angles, they form a straight line. That's why they call it a linear pair. And a linear pair, obviously, the angle addition postulate, that means these guys add up to 180, right? So on the first measure of angle 1 is 4x plus 62 minus y plus 95 equals 180, right? And all I'm just getting is I'm getting the expression that I see here. I'm getting the expression that I see here for measure 2 and the expression that I see right here for measure 1. And yeah, you're adding them, but it is a negative y, so it's just negative y. All right, so you might be confused by that. Wait, why you said you were going to add them, and why are you putting negative y? Well, because I'm adding that whole expression. It's collect-like terms, right? Now, and for the red angles, measure of angle 3 and measure of angle 4, right? This angle and this angle also form a linear pair, also are supplementary, also they are adjacent because they share the same ray, and that means that they sum to 180. So these angles sum to 180. These angles are adjacent, supplementary, and they form a linear pair, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put them here, right? That's x plus 50. I have to scooch up a little bit. Minus 5y plus 110. Again, you're adding the expressions, but negative 5y, that just happens to be negative 5y. So, and that equals to 180. Now, the goal is to write both of these in standard form and then use elimination to solve for x and solve for y, because you cannot solve for x by itself. It's not gonna. You can use substitution, but I don't want you to do that. It takes too long. So it's 4x minus y equals 180 minus 62 minus 95. And you can use your calculator. 180 minus 62 minus 95 equals 23. So that's 4x plus y equals 23. And then check your work and nope. What happened? 180 minus 62. Oh, it's minus y, not plus y. Minus y. There we go. Let's check it again. There it is. Man, that's nice to have to check it so you don't make mistakes. X plus or minus 5y. 5y equals 180 minus 50 minus 110, and then you could use your calculator. 80 minus 50 minus 110 equals 20. So it's x minus 5y equals 20, and I'm going to check my work, and there it is. Again, I want to copy these equations to my other table so that I can use elimination, and I can use elimination to solve the equation. So I'm going to press submit up here. Don't forget to press submit because you'll lose your points. Now I'm going to solve this by using elimination. Okay, so now we want to continue to work and solve these system of equations, and I want to multiply both of them by something. So I'm going to go ahead and put a parenthesis here, parenthesis there, parenthesis there, parenthesis there, and that allows me to multiply both sides of the equation by something. Now, if I multiply the first equation by negative 4, I'm going to get negative 4x and a positive 4. If I multiply this one by 1, It's also going to be positive 4x. So I'm going to get negative 4x, positive 4x is going to eliminate to 0. So this one I'm going to multiply by negative 4. This one I'm going to multiply by 1. So that really the second equation doesn't change. So the first equation becomes a negative 4x positive 20y equals negative 80. And that's 4x minus y equals 23. And now I'm ready to sum the equations. So this equation and this equation, they get added. This one and this one, they get added, these two. Okay, so negative 4x plus 4x, that sums to 0. 20 minus 1 is 19y equals negative 80 plus 23, negative 57. Okay, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 19. Divide both sides by 19. And you get 57 divided by 19 is 3. So that's it. Basically, y is equal to negative 3. Check your work. There it is. Now I got to solve for y. I'm solve for x. I'm going to get the first equation, which is x minus 5y equals 20. I believe that's it. Let me make sure. Yes, x minus 5y equals 20. I selected the second equation, but instead of y, I'm going to put a negative 3. And what is negative 5 times negative 3? That's positive 15 equals 20. Again, whoops, positive 15. That's plus positive 15. Right? So, and then that's correct. And then I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. Subtract 15 from both sides. X is equal to 5. Press submit. Now I have a solution. X is equal to 5. Y is equal to negative 3. That's the solution to the system of equations. But that's not giving me the measure of the angles. So I've got to measure the angles. 4x plus 62. Negative y plus 95. X plus 50. Negative 5y plus 110. And then I'm just going to substitute. Instead of x, I put parentheses 5. Instead of y, I put parentheses negative 3. Instead of x, I put parentheses 5. Instead of y, I put parentheses negative 3. And again, as a check, I could, you look at my green check marks, but the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 have to equal to 180. So that's 82 plus 98 equals to 180. 55 plus 125 equals to 180. So if you're doing it by paper and you get no green check marks, this is what you would do. You add the measure of 1 plus the measure of 2, you get 180. That gives you a check to make sure that you did it correctly. Okay?